Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I did not know it was Valentine's Day, y'all. Did not know. I looked at my phone and an old friend of mine said, Happy Valentine's Day, Latasha. And I'm like, what? Valentine's Day? Yeah. So it is Valentine's Day, y'all. So somebody is up all night. They can't sleep. They have anxiety. They're up all night. They're wounded here. Somebody's wounded, up all night, having anxiety, can't sleep because of some night of wands of energy that they were in. They were determined. They was running hot and fast until that night energy, always looking outside, trying to go outside, trying to be out there, can't sleep at night, up all night. Okay, somebody got some wounded energy energy. So I'm gonna try to make this as short, fast, and sweet as possible. Okay, I'm trying not to take so long. All right, because baby, let me tell you, I can only do so many messages. Now on the last one, I spent over an hour, almost an hour and 30, over an hour and 30 minutes, probably almost an hour and 40. I don't know. I can't really. I didn't even know I got into that groove. I mean, I was like gone. I was gone. I had some type of energy, pick up something, and then I was gone. I was just gone, y'all. Gone off the energy. All right. So I'm gonna read from Tune In deck. I haven't watched her in a while, but I still have her deck, Tune In deck. So we're gonna choose from the Tune In deck here. So somebody was Friday, they was fired up. Okay, something happened yesterday. Okay, they was high, THC, or something about to happen next Friday, or something with next Friday, okay, or something with this Friday. Damn. Okay, they was fired up. Y'all know this movie. I love this movie actually. Okay, Smokey. Okay, Friday after next. This is a really good movie. Okay, something could happen in weeks. Okay, somebody could have owed you something. Okay, something with some neighbors. Okay, Mary Jane always getting high. They lazy. They always hanging out. Okay, for days. They do this for days. They always outside together. Always lusting, looking at people. Look at how his tongue is. Okay, look at his tongue sticking out over there, and look at his here. Damn, look, they both. His mouth is open, his tongue out. All right, so they like, damn, Miss Parker. Hey, Miss Parker. Or you could be Miss Parker. Okay. Something could have happened with Friday, Miss Parker, Friday after next. All right. So something could have happened either Friday or Friday after next. Or next Friday. All right. Oh my God. We got an impersonator out here. Michael Jackson, entertainer. So maybe this person could be a pretty young thing. Repeat after me. Say nah, nah, nah. Okay. They could be a pretty young thing. PYT is out here. Okay. They could be an entertainer. Or they like thriller. Thriller night. That might be their favorite song. Yeah, I don't know what's making me talk about that. Or they like the moonwalk. Okay, they love the moonwalk. Or be like Michael Jackson, impersonate his walks, his moonwalking. Okay, off the wall. Something with off the wall. I remember that song, but I can't hardly get it in my ears or my head. Off the wall. So something with off the wall. And beat it, beat it. Okay, so they saying beat it. They must be a Michael Jackson fan. Charity. This person loves to give charity. Okay, my brothers can't sleep. Told y'all this person can't sleep. It's right here. Can't sleep. So they can't sleep. Their self-esteem is bad. Okay. They could have been a child star here. They could have been like Michael Jackson, a child star. Something with somebody's self-esteem. They feel like they're the GOAT. They could be an artist. Okay. So they could be into Michael Jackson. They could love Michael Jackson. They could love gloves, wearing um hats here. They could love wearing jackets with that glitters that have all that sparkles in them. Okay. They could love dressing up a lot. The birds is here. So the birds, some messages, some communication. Okay. All for love, migrate, soulmates, lovebirds, seeds, cheap, karmic behavior though. Somebody is in some karmic behavior. They gossiping, all for the love. And I just heard for the love of money. Wow. And I've heard um Shine Healings. I heard her say that for the love of money, people will steal from their love. Okay. But I also heard the song myself. So somebody is cheap out here. Okay. And they are in a lot of karmic behavior. They're gossiping. You could travel. You could have to travel towards this person, flock together. So you know how they say birds of a feather flock together. So they flock with people that is on their level. Aaliyah is here, 1 in a million. You could be 1 in a million. Age ain't nothing but a number. Songbird. You could be a divine feminine, very modest. You could be princess like, angelic. And you could be a dancer. You could love to dance. You could have been a dancer here. And you could feel like age ain't nothing but a number. That was a good song. Age ain't nothing but a number. And being 1 in a million. I love all them songs. Okay. Selena is also out here. So Selena came out. Selena, charisma, dreaming of you, safety, role model, family, business. Watch Judas. Trailblazer. So you need to watch a Judas here. Exotic. So somebody could be very exotic. Could be like a Selena here. I could fall in love. But they'll sabotage it. Gone too soon. And a trailblazer. Okay. I could fall in love, sabotage, and gone too soon. Mm. So maybe she died early too, as well. I don't know. Let's say gone too soon. I don't know anything about Selena here. American Horror X. So you could like American horror films. Somebody feels violated here. You have some knowledge about some violation, maybe some racial attacks, some civil rights, weapons. Okay, the game is over here. Could be some sibling rivalry, some anger, broken home, some prison, some rehabilitated. So somebody that's angry, they could be a racist. Okay, they could be a civil rights activist. They have some form of knowledge, okay, about some siblings and a broken home. Breakfast club. They could be part of a breakfast club. You could be part of a breakfast club here. Detention. They could be an athlete. You could be an athlete. Something with the criminal. Okay, something to do with criminal here. Princess. Brain. Okay. You could be real smart. What's a friend anyway? Kids as teens and basket case. Somebody out here crazy. Okay, they a basket case. They out here crazy as heck. Then you got somebody that's really smart. Okay, these are all the people that was part of this breakfast club here. Okay, the people you had somebody they was all in detention. Okay, during the Breakfast Club, I kind of sort of remember the movie. They was all in detention. You had this athlete out here. You had a criminal in there. You had this girl that was such a princess. Okay, and you had somebody that was really, really smart. And then you had somebody saying, "What's a friend anyway?" You know, we just kids, we just teens, but they were. Somebody else was a basket case here. It was nuts. All right, somebody was crazy. Okay, they used to dance all over the place. That one girl, them girls, they got together. She was doing her makeup. They got to dancing around and stuff. Now I'm picturing the movie. I ain't seen that movie in a long time. I don't even remember what the movie was about. But the Breakfast Club is here. Okay, so yeah, and she was liking this guy, had a little crush on the other guy. Okay, hey, I don't even remember that. Nipsey Hussle is here. Okay, so you got a divine masculine here. God will rise. Victory lap, marathon, self-made, the grind, 2 times up, hustle and motivate, brand advocate. Okay, so he was an advocate for trying to heal people. Nipsey Hussle, Nipsey Hussle. Messed up his name. I don't really know nothing too much about Nipsey Hussle. Hussle. Y'all just chopping up that man name. I don't know too much about Nipsey Hussle. Okay, but 2 times he was a brand advocate. They said that he had the they said that he knew how to heal HIV and AIDS. Okay, Notorious Big is here. Biggie Smalls, Life After Death. So somebody could have been hypnotized about a death here. They could have still been living in life after a death. Okay. Or they are gone on, but they still are alive in the spirit realm here. Brunch and cigars. So that's significant. Brunch and cigars. I don't smoke cigars, and brunch is like a breakfast. Okay, something with brunch and cigars. Sky's the limit. No money, more problems. So maybe this person always said more money, more problems. Okay, maybe they have big papa energy. Okay, a good storyteller. One more chance. Okay, a legend. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, Biggie, give me one more chance. So maybe somebody wants to is a legend or want to be a legend. Okay, and I was about to say a lesson. So maybe somebody was a lesson to you. More money, more problems. They could have been more problems. Okay, you could have been hypnotized by this person. Maybe they had big energy. Okay, big person, big feet, big legs, big head, big body, big energy. I don't know, some will be Erica Badu. You could be just like Erica Badu, a high intuition. You can dress different from people. You can't use my phone. Okay, you could have told this person, you can't use my phone. Your third eye open here. On and on. That person goes on and on and on. All right. Bag lady. Okay, maybe you used to carry a lot of bags. Okay. Maybe you used to be a bag lady. Maybe you're no longer a bag lady. Maybe you no longer carry a lot of burdens here. Okay, you could have been a bag lady, but you told that nigga you can't use my phone. All right, 360 degrees. Something with 360. Maybe you know 360 a degree. I don't know what 360 degree would be, but maybe you know something about 360 degrees. Maybe you know how to do a 360-degree turn. Maybe you made a 360-degree turn in your life. Love of my life, you are my friend. So somebody was a love of your life, okay, or could have been a love of your life. Maybe you like to wear rings on your left hand, right hand. Maybe you got tattoos on your left or your right hand. All right. Maybe you love wearing dark complected makeup. Okay, eyeliner, heavy on the eyeliner, heavy on the lips. Okay, and just love wearing different things. Maybe you dress different from other people. You have your own sense of awareness, your own sense of dress here. The Goonies. The Goonies is here. Booby trap. If somebody try to booby trap you, busybody. These person in this community, they lost. This community is lost. Okay, they trying to find a map somewhere. They got a lot of obstacles here. Adventure, jewels, hidden treasure. So they was looking for hidden treasure, jewels. They is lost in the community. Something to do with this lost community. Busybodies trying to trap you. Thief. They was trying to steal from you as well. They didn't want me to see that word. Thief. That's somebody tried to steal. Okay. From a divine feminine. Somebody that was honest. You were one in a million. And you didn't care about age. Okay. Songbird. You cared about age to an extent. Okay. Let me say that. You will not date anybody that is underage. You will not date anybody at 18 and you're 48. Okay. You're not going back that far. You feel like that's a child to you. All right. So somebody felt like you was a princess. They was trying to booby trap a princess. They felt lost. They were busybodies, all up in your business, trying to figure out what you got going on. Always in the community, being nosy, talking about you, being um trying to find adventure, having a lot of hidden obstacles. Okay, and you was a hidden treasure. They was trying to trap you here. Okay, Gwen Stefani, rock steady. Okay, you could have been a tomboy, no doubt. Lamb. Okay, something with a lamb. I'm just a girl, luxurious. What you waiting for? Okay, you could be a lead singer or was a lead singer in something. Eclectic. Okay, you have no doubts. I really don't know her too much either. Okay, what you waiting for? So, what are you waiting for? Get rock steady. Bad boys. Bad boys is here. Okay. Ride together, die together. Okay, something with some police, some detective, my brother, besties. Protect and serve. The code. What you gonna do? Okay. All right. You could be besties with a detective. You could be besties with the police. Okay. You could feel like my brother, y'all are brothers. Okay, you're here to protect and to serve your brother. Okay, even if y'all aren't the police. Okay, y'all could be bad boys. Okay, y'all could ride or die together. This is how y'all get along. Besties. DMX. Spirit versus flesh. Year of the dog. Prayer warrior. How's it going down? Rough ride. Addiction. X. I'm slipping. I'm falling. Let me fly. DMX. Spirit versus flesh. Year of the dog. Roof. That's what I'm hearing. Roof. That's all I remember about him. I didn't know he was a prayer warrior. It said, how's it going? So it's showing a picture where he was praying. Rough ride. Okay, he has some form of addiction here. Somebody got some form of addiction. Let me fly. So they wanted to fly all the time, even though they were slipping and falling. Because it says I'm slipping, I'm falling. But they wanted to fly anyway. They wanted to be high. They wanted to be on drugs. They was addicted to something. They went through a rough ride in life, a rough road. They want to know how's it going. Okay, how's it going down? Poetic justice is here. Love is a juice. Opposites attract. Grew up too fast. So somebody grew up too fast. Okay. Road trip. Toxic friends. Family reunion. Hurt and pain. Male trauma. Okay. Maybe you could be a mailman, a male woman. Something with some form of male here. Coming to America is here. Okay. Coming to America. Entourage. Marriage. Remember, he came to America looking for a marriage. He had an entourage already. He was overseas, so he lived overseas. He came to a foreign land. He was from overseas. He had a lot of wealth, but he was really looking to marry somebody who had their own mind and who wouldn't do just anything he wanted them to do. Kings and queens, okay? They could be a king, you could be a queen. Discovery, okay? So you could have discovered something in the America. You could have came to America to find love and generational wealth, okay, which you already had generational wealth, okay. You could have been growing an empire, sowing your oats, and that's what it says here. He was sowing his royal oats. Okay, Tupac is also here. Only God can judge me, dear mama. Okay, Hail Mary, all eyes on me. Okay, death row. So somebody could be on death row at this time. Something about death row is significant. Okay, death row. Me against the world. Me against the world. Okay, bishop. They could be considered a bishop, called a bishop, or their name. Um, they could be an actual bishop. They could be a pastor that sits in a church. East Coast, West Coast, digital underground. Okay, East Coast and West Coast. West Coast. He was very intuitive. Okay, scream is also here. So somebody is trying to give you some type of fear, some type of fear, tremor. Watch your friends, masked individual, stalker, horror, stabbed in the back. Okay, grudges. So somebody is holding grudges. This person that's afraid, that's in fear. They shout out a lot of fear based things to people. Terror, they're being terrified, terrorized, actually, by your spirit guides. Your angels and stuff is out here terrorizing people. But before I go into that and say that, okay, somebody was stabbed in the back here, or could have been stabbing people in the back with a stalker. Okay, pretty woman, you could be a pretty woman, very attractive, fun, always laughing. Okay, high vibe, rags to riches, shop, lies. Okay, or you could be okay, you could be going through from rags to riches. Maybe you about to be rich. You rising. Okay, you could be good hearted, natural beauty, breaking toxic behavior. Okay, you could be very pretty. hmm Going from rags to riches. Okay, you could like to laugh a lot. Jay-Z. Jay-Z out here. Jay-Z said, let the song cry, lies and time, CEO 444. So you protected. Retirement. Excuse me, miss. Module. Founder. The new me. Blueprint. Businessman. Collaboration. Titles and contract. Let the song cry. Wow. Life and times. I ain't never heard Jay-Z music out like that either. Me Vida Loca. Me Vida Loca. Okay, so Me Vida Loca is out here. Expect better. Okay, so you about to get some sort of riches, okay? For real. Somebody threatened out here. I just now saw this. I didn't even know this was here. There's a GUN here, right here. And she fixing his suit. Okay. So something about somebody sad. It's a sad girl out here. Echo. Okay, somebody echoed something. Okay, maybe you got tattoos on your fingers. You could be threatened by somebody, or somebody is threatened by you. Okay, you could have tattoos on your fingers. here, like on your knuckle part. I guess this what this is, not the knuckles, but on this part of your fingers here. Okay. There could be some form of girl code. Oh shit. Some pregnancy is out here. So somebody out here talking about they pregnant. Some form of lack is here. Emotional or generational. Something is generational. Some type of struggle is generational. Handle yourself. All I know, organized crime. Quiet as a mouse. Mm-mm. Mi vida loca. So somebody quiet as a mouse out here. The spirit telling you to handle yourself. Okay? Or they could be trying to handle you. All right? This person could be quiet as a mouse. All they know is the struggle. Okay? They in an organized crime. They do some form of organized crime. Mm-mm. I did these cards in a while. I'm kind of glad I did. Training day. Training day. So somebody a narc here. They're in opposition, promotion. Okay, somebody was out here trying to get a promotion. Good cop versus bad cop. Two-faced and not a friend. He was a setup artist. Okay, Rico, something with Rico. Somebody's name could be Rico. Something with some ambush. They could have ambushed somebody or had an ambush, faked the ambush. Surgical with this. Somebody felt like they was surgical with it. They was always setting people up. Okay, they was a narc. They was playing the good cop one minute, the bad cop the next. Denzel played the heck out of that movie, Training Day, and the white guy. I can't think of his name right now, but they played the mess out of that movie. I love both actors. Okay, Beyonce is here. I knew she was coming. Jay-Z came out. I knew she was coming. Okay, so Beyonce here. The Miss Stamina Twins. Okay, Destiny Halo, Beauty and Blue, Honey Exclusive, Fierce Household Name, Queen Bee, The Hive, and Babies. Crowned. But look at her eyes. Okay, maybe you wear dark makeup around your eyes. Mm-hmm. Crowned. She don't play no games. Lauren Hill is here. Killing Me Softly. Soul Meaningful. Chore. Choir. Choir, not chore. She could have been part of a choir. You could be part of a choir. Something with Zion. Okay. I don't know this to be no fact, but the way she looking look like she don't like somebody here. Miseducated. Miseducation. Refugee. An X factor. Everything is everything. Okay. She looked like she did not want to look at the camera, and everything was not everything. Okay. At the time, she looked disappointed in something and someone and somebody else. Here, Beyonce, she looks really angry. Okay, look at her face. She looks upset as well. That's what I'm getting from her eyes and her face and how she's looking. Okay. But she's very tapped in, very tuned in. Britney Spears is here. Britney Spears says, push to the edge. So somebody feels like they was pushed to the edge. They felt like they was a slave for you. They was very anxious, always in anxiety, energy. Okay, a piece of me. So maybe they felt like they was losing a piece of them. It's beauty, bitch. Oh, it says it's Britney, bitch. So somebody felt like it's beauty, bitch, instead of Britney, bitch. So maybe somebody feel like they are beautiful. Okay, it says it right here. It's Britney, bitch. Okay, so maybe they felt like they were beautiful. Postpartum. Oops, I did it again. Cry for help or circus. So somebody play with your heart. Oops, I did it again. I play with your heart. Got lost in the game. Okay. Y'all don't talk about my singing because it is raggedy today. All right. Waiting to exhale is here. So you could be waiting to exhale. You could be getting a divorce. You could be divorced already. You could be in separation. Let it flow. Okay. You could have left this person alone. All right. You could have went through a lot of trials. Okay, but you can breathe now. You can relax. You can chat. You can be around friendly faces and not gonna cry. Okay, something with mothers. You could be a mother. They could be a mother. Okay, you can have a lot of mothers around you. They can celebrate a lot. Y'all can celebrate together. Okay, I'm only pulling two more cards and then I'm about to get out of here because I'm 30 minutes in. So we got an Ike and Tina. Ike and Tina. Proud, married, drugs and alcohol, fame, Hollywood, abuse, rhythm, karmic relationship, legality. Okay. Somebody in a karmic relationship right now. Okay. But you in the matrix. Okay. You've been God given. You're decoding stuff now. You know the truth. Okay. You're chosen. You're the oracle. It says no weapon forms. Okay. So no weapon formed against you will prosper. There are no possibilities of it prospering. No weapons here. Okay, agents, enslaved, hacked. Okay, um, red or blue pill. Okay, this could be something hard for somebody to swallow. Maybe it's a hard pill for them to swallow. All right. Thank you for the like. I really appreciate you. Okay, because you're the chosen here. You're the oracle. You know the truth. You tell the truth. You talk the truth. Dang. Oh, hi. Hi, Phoenix. Okay. They know you know all about the program. You know all about the program. No weapon form. Okay. They have no possibilities of getting past um, no program. Okay. To access or enslave you or to hack you. It's a hard pill for somebody to swallow. They can't swallow all that. Okay, this is the last card I'm gonna read, and then I'm off. So this says, "Gone with the wind, tragedy, back off, civil war, affairs, rival." Somebody was jealous, torn between. They had a lot of drama going on. They had desires, jealousy and desire, property. Something with some property. They could have been part of a civil war, some affairs and rivals. But you told this person, back off, leave me alone, get away from me. Go head on with that. Gone with the wind. Go with the wind. Gone with the wind. Get on out of here. Okay, so that is my message here. I am out. Thank you for watching Air and Fire of Light. I changed my name from Let's Talk Tasha to Air and Fire of Light. Thank you for watching, and please come again. Please re-watch this again if you can. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work. Okay, and it's 11:31, so I gotta get going. I gotta be at work very soon. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Bye.